When tyranny becomes law, rebellion becomes duty. In Thunderbolts Doomstrike issue number 5, the final chapter of this explosive series, we witness the culmination of Bucky Barnes' resistance against Dr. Doom's global regime. From a daring prison break to a revolution that spreads like wildfire, this issue asks the burning question: what happens when the world's greatest villains become its rulers, and its former villains become its last hope for freedom? Let's break down how the Thunderbolts strike back against Doom's empire, and why this comic perfectly captures the spirit of revolution. Let's get into it. Dr. Doom has won. Not just a battle, not just a war. He has conquered everything. Every nation on Earth is now a province of his united Latveria. The American flag, gone. Democracy, dead. Freedom, just a memory whispered in the shadows. But here's the thing about revolutionaries. They don't stay down. And when you've got Bucky Barnes leading a team called the Thunderbolts, you know that lightning is about to strike where Doom least expects it. See, Bucky had assembled his own elite squad, the last hope for humanity's freedom. But betrayal cut deeper than any blade when Citizen V and the original Thunderbolts, the Fulgur Victoris, forced his surrender directly into Doom's metal-clad hands. Doom didn't just want to win. He wanted to break the very spirit of rebellion by torturing the Winter Soldier himself. Bucky says, "Revolution's not a name I took after I left the soldier behind. It's what I was the whole damn time." And that, my friends, is the heart of what makes this story so captivating. But Black Widow, she wasn't about to let the love of her life rot in Doom's dungeon. Natasha assembled her own strike team of Thunderbolts, and on that roster, there's Sharon Carter, bringing that shield precision, Songbird with her devastating sonic powers, Ayo, wielding Wakandan technology, Ghost Rider of 44, the World War II Ghost Rider, and here's the big one, Captain America himself, Steve Rogers, ready to save his oldest friend. Their mission? Break into Castle Doomstat, the most fortified location on the planet, and extract Bucky Barnes. But this isn't just a rescue mission. This is about igniting a revolution that will burn across the entire world. The dynamic between Steve and Bucky in this scene is absolutely electric. When Bucky asks, "You still have my old arm?" and Steve responds with that classic dry humor, "Well, you did drop me in the Atlantic with it. Least I could do was give it back eventually. So what do you say, Buck? Permission to join the op?" "Permission granted," Bucky says. You can feel 80 years of friendship and brotherhood in those words. Ghost Rider, skulls gleams in the darkness. "Finally, got you riding with the Hellhunters, and it only took 80 years. Way to step up, Rogers." "Thank you for coming," Bucky says softly. "Not even a question," Steve glances at Natasha, "but honestly, blame her. Couldn't let Doom have all the fun," Black Widow says. "And while I can't fault the look, we did bring you pants. Get changed. Then we extract." "Clothes, yes. Extraction, hell no." Bucky's voice hardens with determination. Bucky Barnes understands something that separates revolutionaries from rebels. Sometimes you don't run from the belly of the beast. Sometimes you burn it down from the inside. This is Castle Doomstat, and you've already dropped Citizen V. Don't you get it? We could blow it all up, burn it all down, just like we did with the Red Skull. But Natasha, ever the voice of reason in their chaotic love story, reminds him, "James, my love, that's what got the world into this mess." "Fair point," Bucky concedes, then grins darkly. "All right, then at the very least we leave the King of the Earth some new scars to remember us by, and hope some of us can make it out of here alive." "Thought you'd never ask," Ghost Rider growls. "See you at extraction. Just follow the trail of hellfire." As they prepare to move, Ayo secures her grip on Bucky and Black Widow. Songbird takes to the air with Captain America and Sharon Carter. But their escape won't be simple. The original Thunderbolts arrive. Oh look, their better angels prevailed over the ambition of good terrorism. Moonstone's voice drips with mockery. But leaving so soon, before we've had any fun? Her energy blast cuts through the air, aimed at Bucky but catching Ayo instead. "Barnes, down," Ayo shouts as she takes the hit. "Ayo," Bucky's voice cracks with concern. Moonstone's laugh echoes through the chamber. Someone should really do something about that. Fogre victorious, Mock Doom commands. Let's leave these rebels in pieces. For Doom. Bucky turns to Black Widow. Nat. I'm fine. Good. I love you. But we're back to plan burn it down. Wait, did you just say you love Steve? Bucky calls out, pivoting to his old friend. On your six, Buck. Look at that, Moonstone taunts. What a handsome double suicide. Captain America's shield spins through the air, intercepting a blast meant for Bucky. Thunderbolts, Captain America says. Like lightning, Bucky growls. The battle erupts in chaos. Bucky and Steve tag team Atlas, Black Widow dancing with Fixer, Songbird clashing against Mock Doom, and Sharon Carter holding her own against a wave of Doombots. Black Widow leaps skyward, catching Steve's shield as Bucky tosses it her way, using it to devastating effect against Fixer. Songbird has Mock Doom in her grasp, raw emotion in her voice. You don't know what you're defacing. Abner was beautiful, kind, good. This is how I'll honor him. Her supersonic scream tears through the air. With Moonstone on her knees, Bucky stands over her. Stay down, Moonstone. You really are the worst. A bunch of old rocks? Citizen V's voice cuts through the chaos. You thought you could stop me with a bunch of old rocks? Contessa, help, Fixer pleads from beneath Black Widow's grip. I don't help losers, Fixer, Citizen V sneers. Just stay there and try not to be more pathetic than you already are. Doom will give you what you deserve when we're done. The air fills with mechanical whir of approaching Doombots. Steve and Sharon stand back to back, weapons ready. Bucky, we've got a Doombot problem, Steve calls out. As in, this place has endless supply of them, Sharon adds. Citizen V levels her sword at Bucky. We know this part of the dance, don't we, Winter Soldier? This is where you sacrifice yourself to save your friends, and pretend it makes you a good person. Say it. Give up. The hilt of her sword connects with crushing force. As Steve and Sharon battle the Doombot horde, Citizen V presses her advantage. Why on earth do you cling to this childish idea that you have power in anything? Bucky meets her blow for blow, his voice steady. You already know the answer, Val. It's right there in the name. Revolution. It's standing for one thing you know is right when everyone else decides it's wrong. It's how principles survive, Bucky continues, matching Citizen V's movements, fighting to keep them every day. You think I'm hiding from my time as a soldier, but you're just telling on yourself. Revolution's not a name I took after I left the soldier behind. It's what I was the whole damn time. That's why I use the name, so other people know it's never too late. With each word, his attacks grow more precise until finally, Citizen V finds herself outmaneuvered and subdued. Doombot Protocol Fixer Omega Daffodil disengage. Fixer's command echoes through the chamber as Doombots rain from the sky, their mechanical bodies crashing against stone. A moment of redemption, written in falling metal. Citizen V begins to curse but barely manages the words before Bucky's fist finds her jaw one final time. Still on the ground, Fixer continues, his voice steady, and upload the last hour on iCam and the Shelbyville onboard missile footage to the public archive. Bucky extends his hand, helping Fixer to his feet. Their eyes meet. Fixer says, "Never too late, huh? Promise?" "Promise," Bucky replies. The new Thunderbolts make their exit, collecting Ghost Rider, who left Doom's castle weathered in hellfire before taking to the skies in their jet. In the relative quiet of the cabin, Bucky catches Steve's lingering gaze. "Okay, Steve, I'll bite. What's with the look?" "I wish I could tell you, Buck." Steve shakes his head. "I'm somewhere between worried for my friend and impressed by my partner." "Then choose the second one." Bucky leans forward. "Worry never got us anywhere in the war except you in an iceberg and me wearing the star. Sure, the Wakandan op went sideways, but we're learning, getting better, smarter. You're picking a fight you can't win against a man people want in power." Steve's voice carries the weight of decades. "Most people would call that terrorism. But you and I know different." "Yeah, what do you call it, Bucky?" Bucky turns to face his oldest friend, his eyes hard with conviction. Justice, he pauses, letting the word settle. Imagine what would happen if you hadn't stood up back in 41. If our friends in the Paris underground got worried about Poles. If Winston and FDR and Stalin were concerned with Hitler's legitimacy. Sure, a lot of American lives would have been saved, built on the bodies of those on the firing line. His voice grows quiet but firm. The law isn't inherently just. It's just a tool of power. And as long as that power is being wielded by Victor Von Doom, a grim smile crosses his face. Well, it's like that old French song said, we walk, we kill, we die, and when we fall, a friend comes out of the shadows to take our place. 2 weeks later, in a quiet diner outside of Shelbyville, Indiana, Bucky and Natasha are trying to find normalcy in an abnormal world. But then news breaks and everything changes. The lightning revolution has gone global. Condon vibranium mines, Doombot factories in Berlin, military installations worldwide, all hit simultaneously by groups inspired by Bucky's stand. They're spray painting lightning bolts, symbols, and dying for the cause he started. When Bucky says, those people, they're going to get themselves killed, you can hear the weight of responsibility crushing him. But Natasha's response is the thesis statement of this entire story. They're revolutionaries, James. The question isn't whether or not they're going to die, but whether they let that stop them. And that's how Thunderbolts Doomstrike issue number 5 closes its revolutionary saga. From Bucky's dramatic rescue by Black Widow's strike team, to the intense showdown with the Fulgur Victorious, and finally to Fixer's redemptive moment. The issue shows us that revolution isn't just about winning battles, it's about inspiring others to fight. The ending in that Shelbyville diner perfectly captures this theme, as we see the lightning revolution spreading across the globe, proving Bucky's actions have sparked a worldwide resistance movement against Doom's regime. What makes this ending so powerful is how it echoes real historical movements, showing that true change often starts with a single act of defiance. Whether it's Bucky's disarming a nuclear missile in orbit, or ordinary citizens taking up the symbol of the lightning revolution, it reminds us that heroism isn't about having powers. It's about standing up for what's right, even when the whole world tells you you're wrong. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about this conclusion? And what other comic storylines would you like me to break down next? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay updated on more comic book breakdowns. Thank you for watching. Until next time, peace.